What up? It's Luke Cage, superhero. I got bullet holes in my hoodie because I'm bulletproof. Anyway, imagine that you're sitting on a mountain and clouds are floating past and they're obstructing most of your view and you're watching the clouds. These clouds, are an analogy for your thoughts. And most people, what keeps them out of experiencing nirvana is because they focus on the thoughts, they focus on ideas. Everybody knows the point of meditation is to get rid of thought, it's to stop grasping thought, actually, rather than getting rid of thought. Because the goal is not to get rid of the clouds. Clouds are an integral part of life. But maybe let's not have a cloudy day. Let's have a day where there are some clouds, because clouds are nice to look at. People like to watch the clouds. People like to daydream. That's the same thing. Focusing on your thoughts, focusing on the clouds for entertainment and to figure things out, for divination, whatever. But to grasp onto thought is like to only focus on the clouds and not see the real world that's around you or the rest of the world. Life, what's actually happening. And people are stuck in a literary prison, a, a language prison, a conceptualization prison where they can't look at things without judging them. They can't be in a situation without judging it. They can't be in look at something without labeling it. So you look at me and you say, that's his nose, that's his eyes, that's his mouth. You try looking at something. When you look at it, you're going to think of what it is, but then get rid of your idea of what it is and just be open and just look at it, and it will start to look more and more psychedelic, more and more real. People take things for granted, so they'll be walking down the street and they're doing whatever they're doing. Maybe they're on their phone, maybe they're thinking about what they're going to do later today, but they're not actually looking at the world around them. They're in this world of their thoughts, and they know that there's a car coming down the road, so they stay on the right side of the road to be away from the car, so they're not going to get hit by the car. But they kind of do this on autopilot. They're not focused on the color of the car or the color of the trees around them. They don't notice what kind of tree it is that they're passing. They just know that they're passing a tree. But once you get rid of conceptualization and thought and labeling and judging, you see a tree and you realize that it's infinite. Everything is infinite. You could look at a leaf and the designs go on forever. You could look at the bark and realize how many different chunks of bark are on that tree and how beautiful it is, how the way the light reflects off of it. How just look at your hands. After this video, I dare you to take 5 minutes to just look at your hand. And you will get more and more into it as time goes on, because there's so much to see. You can't look at your hand for 5 minutes and have looked at everything on your hand. I promise you that. So the point of meditating is to relax and watch the clouds, but not focus on any specific one. Not attach yourself to one. So as the cloud's blowing away, you don't say, no, I'm missing that cloud. I need to see that cloud. I need to figure out what that cloud looked like. You just appreciate it. Like when you're walking through the forest, you don't miss a tree that you pass, you know? You let it go, but you still appreciate it. So once you get rid of conceptualization, we call this non-duality. Duality is the world of judgment. It's the world of good and evil. It's where you're in a situation and you say this is good or this is bad. This tastes good, this tastes bad. Non-duality is when you become life. You become the flow and you become unconditional love. And you no longer judge any of your experiences because you are the whole universe. You are the whole experience. There's no thought in between you and what you're looking at. See, you're watching this video, and as long as you have thoughts in your head, those thoughts are like clouds in between you and the experience. So as long as you're thinking about it, you aren't experiencing it. As long as you're thinking about it, you you aren't seeing it. You aren't really seeing it. You don't know what it's like to see or even to be alive until the death of concept. And that's nirvana. It means to blow out. Nirvana literally translates into blow out, like a candle being blown out. The death of the ego. The ego, your whole concept of yourself as Keandre, someone who works this for a job, who dresses like this, wears this, that's all concept. That's all ideas. And that's all in between you and reality. So, it doesn't mean to be in nirvana that you have to let go. It does mean you have to let go, but it doesn't mean that you forget that you exist as a person, because I clearly know that I exist as a person. What it means is that your thoughts, your memories, everything in the past of who you think you are, it's on a metaphysical flash drive. So you can unplug that flash drive that has all of your memories, and you can live completely in the moment and accept everything with no judgment. But you always have that flash drive, so you can plug it back in if life leads you to getting a job and you have to fill out an application about yourself. You can remember where you used to work. You can know yourself, and you can navigate life, because intellect is a tool for the universe to flow. Non-doing and doing at the same time. This is my favorite thing to talk about. Please comment your thoughts on this. Please ask me questions. Please subscribe if you're interested in this and want to see more, because tons more content is coming like this, and I've got tons of videos already like this. I love you. Love yourself. And realize that to love yourself is to love the whole universe, and to experience love, actual love, is to free yourself from thought. When you act out of love, that's the same thing as acting out of the no mind experience. The more you act out of love, the less conceptualization will be in your mind, because love is not a logical thing. The more you act out of love, the more meditative you'll become. And the more you meditate, the more loving you'll become, because they're one and the same. And that's why I talk about love, because I recognize myself in you. So why wouldn't I love you? There, I threw some logic in for you. Peace.